What's up guys, it's Dan here from Remarkably Average and we're back playing Cities Skylines. This is the second episode in the series, so if you haven't seen the first episode yet, you can click on the link in the top right corner. In the last episode we started off the city, we passed the first two milestones, and now we're just going to jump straight back in and carry on playing from there. And here we are, welcome to good old Westfield. So, let's have a look what's going on. You can now set district-wide policies from the policy panel. Select a district by clicking its name. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so you got power usage, which... Oh, so it seems to like limit power usage, so it's not using as much. But I mean, at the moment, I think I've got like loads of power going on. I think if I go here, I can see... Yeah, you see my electricity availability is like 40 megawatts. You see my electricity production is 40 megawatts. My consumption is 19, so I've got basically twice as much, so I don't need to limit usage at the moment. And water usage, I'm guessing, is doing the same thing, and everything's fine at the moment. But smoke detector distribution, so... I mean, I just think that seems like a good idea, to be honest. Like, give everyone a smoke detector, don't have buildings burning down. I know I've got a fire station, I think it's somewhere here I put it. Where did I put my fire station? Wait, no, I haven't put a fire station down yet. Okay, I've only just unlocked that, but that's a good point. I'm going to need to do that soon. I'm going to pause the time. I'm going to activate the smoke detector distribution so that even with the fire station, people are going to hopefully not burn their houses down. It's always good. Okay, so I can set districts. I'm going to leave that for now. I still can't remember how I actually look at the milestones that I'm currently looking at. Is this one? Oh, here we go. Okay. Town's growing, we've got a population of 1,000, and the next thing will be 1,400. So I think in this episode I'm just going to aim to get up to this this milestone. It won't take long, to be honest, but I'm just going to deal with a few things, probably build another district or something like that, I'm not sure. But you unlock so much in the next milestone that I kind of just want to do that in a separate episode to this one. So this episode might be quite a short one, depending on how long it takes me to reach that milestone. But let's start thinking about what we're going to do next. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I want to put a district down. I want to classify this, what I've already built, as kind of like a district. Let's have a look. We've got quite a high demand for shopping and residential. So maybe we should build some more roads first. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to build a road from here to start with. I'm going to link it up to here, which is going to destroy a building, but you know, well, you'll have to put up with it, because now that means there's easier access into the industrial area. It's just one of those things. And got a lot of pollution going on there, so we definitely want to keep the residential areas away from that, because they're going to get unhappy if that's the case. I'm also going to do the same again here and build a sort of a grid-like system. Now, I'm still going to keep this area as my industrial zone, but there's no demand for it at the moment. So while this area is going to end up as industrial, I'm going to leave it for now. So another thing I picked up when I was watching the tutorials on how to make a good city is that you can sort of produce, like, one of the problems with these kind of buildings, the industrial, is that they produce like high levels of sound. So what you want to do is make sure that, as well as keeping the people out of the pollution zone, that they also don't have to like live next to all the high sound. So what you can do to help stop that is you can actually, in the next, I think, once I achieve the next milestone, I can plant trees and stuff like that. So what I can do, for example, is if I want to put some residential zones here, is I can place like trees sort of here, with like a little tiny forest of kinds, just to help block the sound from coming out. I don't know how true that is, but I am going to follow it because the tutorials seem to be quite good. But yeah, let's zone some more things. So I think I have decided that for now I am going to put some commercial zones on the roundabout, because I feel like it's not doing anything at the moment, and I can always delete them if I have to. It's not really a big deal. But let's start plopping down some commercial zones like that, and then let's get residential here, and here. Okay, I think that's a pretty good way of doing it. And now what I need to do is get into my district. So I think it's this one. I think for now I'm just going to keep doing generic industry because I'm still at the early stage in the city. But later on, as you can see, there's like sort of areas over here where there's huge amounts of trees and in quite a large open space. So I just, you know, may as well stick to generic industry here for now. I'm still going to paint sort of like a neighbourhood style district that just encompasses everything that I've built so far. I think that's quite cool. It's just something that adds a little bit to the game. Something you can't do in like SimCity and stuff like that. And one thing that you can do as well is, so you can click on all the like, you can click multiple times and it automatically names them based on what you're doing. Oh, I just unlocked an achievement for 0.3 districts. Nice. I'm just testing out different names, but yeah. So you can keep doing this, and it'll put down random names, and you can decide which one you want on that. So I'm getting a few different ones. Cedar Hills, that's quite nice, I think. Although it's not really on hills, you know. Since when did they actually name things based on that? So yeah, I mean, this is quite a flat area. You know, there's no hills, so yeah, let's just call it Cedar Hills. So what I need to do now then is, I think this one here deletes districts like this, and then I just need to extend Cedar Hills out to the area that I've specified. I'm going to be quite careful because I am very OCD when it comes to like making these things actually match the space. It's changed to Belmont Park? What the hell? God damn it, how's that happened? Oh well, I'm going to rename it to Cedar Hills because I quite like that name. So I already hate how rough I've drawn that. I'm going to try and see if we just take that off there like that. Oh, that's better. That's better. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not the worst I've ever done, but yeah, there's thingy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to rename that. How do I go about doing that? Let's close this down. Cedar Hills. Apparently they're unhappy. I wonder why. It doesn't really say. I'm guessing it's because it's not actually, because it says like average things and policies and all that have picked up. So I'm going to get the time moving again. That's an important thing to do. Yes, we do provide smoke detectors for free because we are a brilliant city and we don't want it to burn down. Well, there's buildings leveling up, which I quite like. Upgrade underway. That's a tiny house compared to next to some big houses. Oh look, here we go. It's getting bigger. Oh, this is must be this one bit. Oh, okay, it's getting really big. Oh, look at that. It's a nice house. Okay. Right, I think I'm going to need to get in on the fire station and police stuff that I unlocked at the end of the last episode pretty quickly because people will start complaining about it. It's going dark again, which is really annoying because I don't like the way the cities look at night time, but oh well. Let's pause it again and let's start thinking about what we're going to do regarding fire departments and police. So, fires can occur in your city to prevent buildings from being on fire. You need to have probably a quick fire department. In the case of fire, the closest fire department building, there's that fire truck. Okay, it's basically the same as the what's it called, the clinic. Now, one thing that again the tutorial said was about ensuring that, as well as covering as much of the residential zone as you can, that you cover the industrial zone, especially the power plant that you've got, because fires are more likely to break out in these areas. And if your power plant breaks down, you're going to have no power going to your city, which is going to be an absolute nightmare for you. So I think what I need to do is make sure it's in an area where it's covering both, but that's going to be quite hard to do. One thing I do think is that even if it's not quite covering, so if I was to put it here, for example, it's not quite covering the area over here, I still think, I might be wrong, but I think that they will still send a fire truck out. It'll just take a lot longer to do it. They won't be like, oh yeah, there's a fire over there and we're a fire department, but you're not within our range, so we're just going to let this building burn down. that would obviously be done. But so they will extend it. It will just take a lot longer for them to get there. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put it on this new back street that I've created, because although it doesn't have the furthest reach, it does have more of a wide reach, and hopefully this road isn't going to be too busy as well. So at this stage at least, and what that means is the fire trucks can get to their destination quicker, which is obviously always helpful. There we go, you see happiness symbols all across the board. So they obviously do appreciate that I've put that down. That's nice. And now we obviously also need a police department. So at the moment we have got a low crime rate, but it will start to get higher and higher, especially because, you know, we've only got an elementary school at the moment, and I think the education levels of your citizens does affect how much crime is going to take place. I think with this one, I think the crime generally does take more place in, especially like the residential areas and the commercial areas, because obviously thievery and stuff like that is happening. So I feel like that can be placed covering more of this region than it does need to cover the rest of it. I'm not sure where I want to put it yet. That's another tough thing. You know, I might just put it right next door to the fire department. Like, there's no building there at the moment, so I'm not destroying anything. Although that is closer to the industrial zone, they will still cover the residential zone, which might take them longer. Or I could just put it down here somewhere. What about like there? You know what? I'm going to put it there. Like that. Okay, so we've got a fire station and we've got a police station. Now they've done all that, I'm just going to check over my filters, so to see how things are going. So we've still got loads of power available to us, loads of water and sewage treatment, garbage. So landfill usage at 2%, garbage processing status. I think it's on nothing, because nothing is happening right now, because they only collect it during like a certain time of day, you know, like in the morning generally. But like I can literally see a garbage truck right there. That surely to me suggests that they are collecting it, and the fact that there's like 200,000 units of landfill currently taking up. So let's have a look what else we've got. So we've got elementary school availability. Eligible 243 students, capacity 300. So that's fine for now, but we are going to have to start building bigger schools eventually. It's not going to, well, not long we're going to have to start building bigger schools, because people are going to start moving in. But then what we can do is we can build a high school. But then again, based on these sort of tabs, I get the impression that with this game, the citizens do make an actual progression through the schooling system. So the way SimCity worked, which was like obviously a problem with the game, was that it just said, oh, you've got an eligible number of students and you've got to produce schooling for that many people. It didn't matter whether you just dropped a university down. Like, there was no, you didn't have to put an elementary school down, you just put a university down and all the citizens just start going there. It makes no difference what type you put. So I'm hoping with this game you actually have to see people go through the education stages. So I guess that's why you've got uneducated, educated, well-educated, and highly educated. So the equivalent of that is like elementary school, you go from uneducated to educated. High school, you go from educated to well-educated. And then university, you go from well-educated to highly educated, which makes perfect sense to me. So, you know, that's great. Education's fine at the moment. Happiness. Residential happiness is at 44%. I wonder if I can find out more information about why that is. It seems quite low to me. Okay, we've got some people who are unhappy. I wonder if... Can I deselect that so I can just select... No, I don't want to build something. I just want to select this person's house. Okay. Happiness. Wait, they're unhappy because there's no one living there? Is that what's going on? I'm sure it'll for me if the happiness level drops too much, but everyone else seems to be quite happy, and it's got a nice happiness symbol there, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Healthcare. No sick citizens, average health 68%. Death care we haven't unlocked yet, I don't think. Let me have a quick look. No, yeah, we've not unlocked that yet, so carry on without thinking about that. Wind doesn't matter because that's about thinking. Right, so road usage. So this is quite important. You need to make sure your traffic's always flowing nicely within your city. So the one problem that I did remember from last time I played this game, when I played it on Xbox for like an hour, I got about, you know, so far into it, and I started wanting to upgrade roads. So you can use the upgrade road tool, but if I remember, I might be wrong, but wait, oh, I've clicked the wrong thing. This one's the upgrade road tool. And it's like, cannot upgrade to this type. So I can't upgrade any of my roads because I don't even know why. It doesn't really explain it. It's probably because it's just like, you can't just go from a 2-lane road to a 6-lane road for no reason. So I think the only way to actually deal with road changes is you actually have to pause time, delete the road that the people are on entirely, and then start like rebuilding the roads before you restart time, and then people will never even notice. That's hopefully the way it's going to work. I don't really know at this point. Let's go back to the roads, the traffic thing. There's no like red traffic things at the moment, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. As people move in, that's always going to be a thing. Yeah, high levels of pollution. We're kind of expecting that, and then there's water pollution going into the river there. Noise pollution. There's quite a lot of noise around there, which I'm kind of surprised by. And it does turn out living next to the highway, people do care about that. I wish I'd thought about that. Well, I mean, I did think about it, but I was just like, oh, that's their problem, not mine. But then again, you can't keep everyone happy in a city. There's going to be tens of thousands of people living in this city one day, and I can't keep every single person happy, so that's their problem again, not mine. Fire safety, yeah. Natural resources, forest, fertile land. Fertile land, there doesn't... Oh, okay, so there's fertile land over here, which is interesting, because that's... We'll be able to put a farming district here, which I quite like. I kind of like that as a feature. Something that I've not seen yet, and I'm going to be excited to use. Districts, obviously Belmont Park, we've just done that. Leisure, we haven't really done anything yet. And finally, tourism. I'm guessing there's probably no tourism at this point in my city. So let's... Anyway, yeah, I think we've all had enough of that. How do I get rid of this tourism thing like that? Let's get time rolling again and see how things play out. Start off slowly. The city reveals its first fire engines. Yep, nice, that's cool. And the long arm of the law reaches the city. I feel safer already. I really like this little Twitter thing because I think it actually perfectly shows how people use Twitter, which is just to chat utter shite to each other all the time and just say things that nobody needed you to say. Let's speed time up a little bit more. People should be moving into the city soon, hopefully, because I've built more things around here. There's going to be houses popping up, and also the buildings are leveling up, which means there's more space in them, more people can live in them. Ah, cool. My smoke detector stuff saved the fire department. Woo! Why is my bank balance now going down? I feel like maybe the smoke detector thing was possibly quite an expensive ordeal that I didn't realise about. So maybe... oh dear. Because that's going down a lot quicker than I'd like it to. I might have to deactivate that. I think people are going to be pretty unhappy with it, but oh well. Yeah, you see it's going straight back up at this point. So maybe I need to wait until I'm making larger amounts of money from different things before I can start giving every single house a smoke detector. I thought that'd be a good idea, but I guess not. You still looking for workers? Come on. Oh, there's such a huge demand for residential place. I need to deal with that pretty much now. Let's build like some extend this area for now. I'm just going to go sort of down to here somewhere, I think, and just extend this sort of neighborhood style area. What I want to do is want to upgrade the roads. I want to make sure that the main roads traveling around the place are going to be bigger. The one problem I do have, I think if I was to say delete this road and then try and put a 4-lane road in, yeah, you see it just deletes all the buildings, which is the most stupid and annoying thing. And I can't even do it with that one because my clinic's there. So I've built this road, and over time traffic is going to build up on it, but I literally cannot upgrade the road without destroying everybody's like livelihood that lives there, which makes no sense at all. It's so annoying. Oh well. I feel like I'm just going to leave, not bother upgrading roads for now, and just carry on doing what I'm doing with the 2-lane roads. And what do I want my new part of the city to look like? I feel like that's quite like designing things so they just look a bit funky and different to what you'd expect from an average like sort of block layout city. don't want that because it's automatically curving the road, which is really irritating. Just drop that there. Extended the thing a bit. I've just realised what we are going to have to do is build more water pipes. So do the classic 440 thing. It's got the perfect level of overlap that we need. And we're just going to completely make this all residential housing. I have a strong expectation that people are going to start wanting shops again as soon as I do this, because loads of people are going to move in. You know what, more, and as soon as you have more people living here, more people are going to want to shop and stuff like that, which is going to be annoying, but you know, it's part of the game. So, right, let's speed up time again and see how that goes. Electricity is automatically spreading, which I love. I'm so happy about that. Okay, there we go, that's perfect. So all the demand has just suddenly dropped for everything, but now, as you can see, with more people moving in, the industrial demand is starting to increase, and the commercial demand is probably going to increase as well. Shut up, James Crawley, whatever your name was. Okay. So I think probably the next thing I need to do, I'm about to hit the next milestone. There we go. Okay, so I've done that, next milestone's hit. Which means I've now unlocked landscaping, parks and plazas, level 2 unique buildings, pet ban, smoking ban, parks and recreation, canals, parks and stuff and all that. Which I'm going to leave all of that stuff until the next episode. But what I am going to do is I want to do the annexation, so I want to extend my city and decide where that's going to go. I'm going to wait until daylight comes around again to do that, so then you can see a little bit better. It's almost there, so let's have a look at those milestones again and see how long I am till the next one. So I don't want to go too fast. Boomtown, 2004, so I've probably got plenty of time before that happens. I've unlocked parks, so obviously that's going to make people happier. I need to put those down. Landscaping, I guess, allows you to change the way the land is. I'm going to leave that for now because I don't want to touch it. It's a bit complicated for me. I'm sure I'll learn how to do it over time. I'll probably carry on watching the tutorial series I was watching and see how that goes. What I do need to do is I need to extend this district. So, like this. Cool. It's a bit rough for my liking, but it's a bit better. It's changed to Belmont Park again. I swear I called that. I can't even remember what I called it anymore, but I'm going to leave it as Belmont Park because that's fine, I guess. It was called something Hills, but I literally cannot remember what that was called now. Now, how do I do the annexing? That's one thing I want to figure out because I really cannot remember. Oh, here we go. Okay, this makes sense. So I need to decide which of these 4 blocks I'm going to extend into. So that one there, I think, offered some agricultural land. This one has got the coastline going to it, which means, like, for tourism and stuff like that can be quite good, but I'm not that bothered about it at the moment. I really don't like the name Belmont Park. I think it's a stupid name. I feel like this one's quite good. It's got access to the highway. It's got trees and stuff like that. I feel like what I could do is I could build like an industrial lumberjack area sort of over here. Yeah, I'm going to just do that. 5,400, that's easy. Purchase that. So now we've got a wider space to play on. That's nice. I really don't want this to be called Belmont Park. I need to think of a name. I need to think of it quick. What did I call it before? Like, it gave me a name, and then if I just use the district generation tool, it'll give me names. Victoria Park, Highland District, Birch Heights, Birdsong Square, Layerfett Hills, Bedford Hills. Bedford Hills isn't too bad. I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to deselect this, rename this as Bedford Hills. I don't know why I don't like Belmont Park, but Right, now stay called that, you stupid district. Okay, so I've done that. I think that will do for this episode. We've got a nice little level of expansion. We've covered some of the bases that we need. And I think the next stage is to start extending to a completely new district. So what I think I'll do is I might build like another neighborhood district around here somewhere. And then I'm going to build a lumberjack district as well. And there's two areas I could do that. I could do that here. I could do that here. I don't know what this is here. It looks... Oh, it's a cemetery. An old one. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know whether it's something I can actually like use. But maybe it's just for decoration. But anyway, so I think in the next episode I'm going to aim to build maybe a lumberjack area over here, like purely industry only, because obviously it's going to be very noisy, probably very polluting. And then also I'll build like another like residential area over here or something like that, or maybe just over this side of the road and extend this one. Maybe I could even go as far as going over the water and then connecting the two up with some main roads and stuff like that so traffic can flow nicely. I think that's a good idea. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to leave this episode here, and I'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed watching the video, please think about giving me a like. That really helps out with the videos. If you want to watch some more, go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking of the videos and how I could improve them in the future. I love all feedback and stuff like that. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later.